50 million Americans are living with an autoimmune disorder. And that's an understatement because so many people today are undiagnosed, facing these mysterious illnesses, these unexplainable symptoms, and having no real answer for what the root cause is of those problems.
It's called posterior cortical atrophy. It's a rare form of early onset Alzheimer's. Dennis has about 3 to 5 years to be in the state that he's in now before things start deteriorating for him. Dennis is only 49 now and our kids are young.
So 6 in 10 will be diagnosed with a chronic disease, something like heart disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, diabetes, obesity, cancer. And 4 out of 10 Americans will be diagnosed with more than one chronic disease.
In 2014, I got sick. I started getting tingling in my hand. By the end of the day, it was all the way up my arm. We had to call the ambulance because I couldn't move, I couldn't walk. And I felt really nauseous, I was throwing up. And the ambulance came, they took me, and they said never, in my years of being a EMT, I've never seen anybody with your symptoms.
I started having pain in my shoulders, in my knees, my hips, my tailbone, and not just pain, but I was literally so stiff I couldn't move. I woke up one morning and I couldn't roll over in bed. I wasn't strong enough to pull the sheets up to myself. I couldn't put my clothes on. I could barely use the restroom without getting assistance. It was really bad.
The doctors that we did come across, because they said Dennis was so young, they didn't really take it that seriously that it could be Alzheimer's. They just kind of related it to stress or anxiety. He saw a blip on the scan, but he just said, oh, it's nothing. It can't be Alzheimer's. You're too young. And then he had his hand on the door, ready to walk out while we were still having questions for him.
They put me off and on omeprazole and famotidine. They gave me prednisone. Then they transitioned me off of the prednisone and put me on methotrexate. And I did that for the longest time until we determined that I was not able to tolerate it. And they switched me over to Emerald. And very slowly, I wasn't able to tolerate that. So they switched me back. And no matter what I do, I'm in pain from the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep. I don't know what it is, but I cannot get rid of this thing, and it's been going on for years. And the doctors, I've had 2 endoscopies, and they just keep saying, oh, well, let's get you on the omeprazole, and, make sure you avoid these foods. And that's the advice I continue to get over and over again.
The modern healthcare system is failing its people. We are pouring trillions of dollars into our healthcare system, and we are not getting health out of it.
The fatigue is bad. I'm tired all the time, and so I'm just trying to, I just have to push through it. There's just I have to go to work. I do have to look after my family and myself, and I try to remember to look after myself, but it's tough sometimes.
Anything I eat causes me just tremendous issues because I just don't know what to do. I'm lost.
It's a system that keeps people alive at best. What we need is a system that keeps people alive and well.
Our bodies are in a state of chaos and disharmony and confusion. We're giving it artificial light. We're giving it artificial air. We're giving it artificial signals, artificial food, and we are basic biological creatures. And you can't escape that part. And so we have to find a way to reintroduce the elements into our lives, to get outside and see the sunrise. These things that nature's provided us that are the building blocks for our bodies. People don't understand the basic, fundamental importance of eating whole foods, getting fresh air, getting sunlight, drinking clean water. It's become such a passion for me to help people understand that if they just embrace these basic lifestyle changes, make some shifts, if that could prevent diabetes, if that could prevent Alzheimer's, how simple is that?
we expand our model of health beyond the physical to include both mind and spirit, this sort of progress is possible. Why, if there's a treatment that's effective 30 to 80% of the time and costs approximately nothing, are we not using that as a first-line treatment to help people get well?
I want to create a revolution. Grab your friends, grab your families, and go, find a park. Let's go find a hiking trail. Let's go walk by the ocean. What if we socialized that?
If a doctor had told me when I was 7 years old that there was a near-free therapy without any side effects that had a 30 to 80% chance of helping me with my headaches, I would have signed up for it in a second.
Let's all heal ourselves by getting back to this rhythm with the earth. That would be profound, and we would see massive shifts in people's health, well-being, and happiness.
It's time to take our health back. It's time to start a revolution. Join us on our journey as we discover what it means to be alive and well.